Hi everybody, this is Tim Urdan, author of Statistics in Plain English, and in this video I'm going to give you a little quick overview of R, the software package in RStudio, and show you how to use it to explore your data a little bit. Off the bat, I need to confess that I don't really use R very much, and so I'm a novice at R. I'm learning it myself, and the the code that was written by a colleague of mine to help me out. His name is Long Chen, and he works in my department. So there may be some mistakes in what I tell you. I'm going to be as accurate as I can, but more likely than mistakes, there will probably be omissions because I don't know everything about R, but I am learning about it, and it's becoming much more common. So it seems like a good idea to learn how to use it, and it's free, which is part of the reason it's becoming more common, I think. So first thing you need to know about R, if you don't already use it, is that this is open source software, and so it's a very flexible program. There's a lot of different people who are contributing to it, writing things that are known as scripts, and these are really just code for writing for running different analyses. So there's R and there's RStudio. R is just the program that runs the analyses on the data. RStudio is a little bit more of a user interface to help you sort of organize your data. And as you can see, it's in 4 windows. Over here is where the code that you will write or run will appear. Down here is the output that you get when you run an analysis. Over here, there's a few different tabs, and these are basically resources for you to use. I think the packages, these are where scripts are stored. So packages run different scripts, and the scripts are code for running different analyses. There's a help center, so you can just kind of do a search if you wanted to run something. And let's say t-test. And if you search on that, then it will give you different information packages that are useful, demonstrations of code. So you can see there's a lot of resources that are built into R. So let's go back over here where there's code. And when something is written with hashtags in front of it, these are just notes to the user. So these are not going to be lines of data that are run. These are just notes so that you can remind yourself what you're doing, or you can, if you're sharing your code with somebody, you can explain to them what you're doing. So first we're going to install some packages. Again, these packages are where the code is to run different analyses. So you just put your cursor in the line and hit run, and you see that it's installing different packages down here in the output window, and it's downloaded the packages. Then we're going to read in the data. This is where you can bring in a data set that you might have somewhere else, like on your computer. So I've got my data set. This is just the pathway on my computer, the different folders where this data set is. So I'm telling R to read the data. It's SPSS data, which it says right there. And this is just telling it where it can find the data set. So now here we can preview the data, get a little sense of what your data look like. Where it says head and then my data, this just tells you the column heads in the data set, which is the names of the variables in the data set. So you can see this particular data set is with high school students, and I've looked at several different things, motivation things, achievement measures, things like that. So here are the variable names for the variables. ID, Wave 3 cumulative GPA, Wave 3 English grade, Wave 3 math grade, things like that. So that gives you a little sense of what your variables are in your data. And then here where it says summary, my data, if we run that, you can see that you get a little bit more information about each variable in the data set. And this tells you minimum score on the variable, first quartile, so the 25th percentile, the median, the mean, the third quartile or the 75th percentile, and the maximum. And the maximum minus the minimum is the range. And these numbers here, NAs, are missing data. So that's it. There's other variables that are categorical variables, and it'll tell you how many cases you have in each category. So I've got 398 male students, 410 female, 849 NA. So that's a quick overview of the RStudio layout and a little bit about how R works, and then how you can use R to get a quick look at your data set, including the variable names and some descriptive statistics for each variable.